In the previous video, I briefly touched on funnel pages, but in this video, we're going to go a little more in depth on the different kinds of pages that you can add to your funnels. So let's navigate over to our funnels by clicking on funnels over here on the left-hand side. And then I'm going to go into the funnel we were working on previously, which is my funnel. All right, and what I want to do is actually start from scratch. I don't want to work with what we've currently got. I just want to start all over. So what I'm going to do is delete my entire funnel. And to do that, all I have to do is click on the three dots over here on my opt-in page, and I'm going to hit delete. It's then going to ask me if I would like to delete the funnel below this point, which I do want to do, so I'm going to change this to yes. But if you want to delete just a page or action from your funnel, you can simply say no and delete that single page or action. So I'm going to change this to yes and say delete. Now I have a completely new, fresh start. So let's go ahead and add our first page, and I'm going to add an opt-in page. Now an opt-in page is where you are going to gather information about your leads. So their name, their email, or any specific information that you would like to gather about them when they opt into your funnel. Again, I'm just going to select my list for the lists, and I'm going to add them to my sequence as well and hit save. So the opt-in page has that specific function of collecting your leads' information and adding them to lists and sequences. That functionality is already built in to the opt-in page. Let's add another page, and this time I'm going to add a bridge page. So they've opted in for some free content. Now on my bridge page, I'm going to give them that free content. So let's add our bridge page. I'm simply going to call it bridge, and that's definitely not how you spell bridge, and there we go. All right, so now we have our bridge page. Our bridge page is where we are going to offer them free content and potentially offer them a product. And when they click on the yes, I'm interested in that product button, we want to take them to a sales page where they can get a little more information on the product that we are selling. So I'm going to go ahead and call this sales. So this is where we're going to pitch our product to our leads to say, hey, if you like that free content, you might like this. And there's more information on it. And on our sales page, we're going to have a buy now button so that they can actually purchase the product that we are selling to them. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the plus button again, and I'm going to add a checkout page. Again, I'm just going to call this checkout. So the checkout page functions like a checkout module. It is going to gather your client's payment details and billing details, and they are going to be able to actually purchase the product through this checkout module. All right, and I'm going to choose my product that I am selling, and it's going to be my product, and then I'm going to hit save. And you'll see that the checkout page also adds that action of selling the product. So that is now going to happen within the system. I'm then going to add a new page, and we are going to give them a little upsell because, hey, if you like that product, you might like this. So let's add an upsell page, and I'm again just going to call this upsell, and then I'm going to choose a new product. I only have one product in the system, so let's go ahead and create another one. So I'm going to add a new product. I'm going to call this your product. Whoa, I can't spell it all today. Product, there we go. And I'm going to give it a price of $25. It's just an extra little something that we want to sell them. And then I'm going to leave the rest of that alone and hit save. So now when I hit save, you'll see that I have my upsell page, and it is going to sell them your product. Now, the very important thing about upsell pages is that you do not need to add a second checkout page after them. That information from the checkout page has been stored, and they will automatically build if they choose to purchase the upsell item. So you don't need to worry about adding another checkout page after. All right, so now that we've taken them through our entire sales process, we just want to say thanks, your products are on your way, and off we go. So let's add a thank you page and hit save. So any further information that you want to add over there, like how to access their products, etc., that's what your thank you page is for. Pretty straightforward. You may have noticed that we do also have two other kinds of pages. So I'm just going to hit the plus icon over here to talk about those. So we have our launch page. And I mentioned in the previous video that we have our launch template. And so if you are wanting to do a Jeff Walker style launch and you want to drip feed content to your audience over a certain amount of time, this is where you're going to use your launch pages. We do, of course, have that template to make your life a lot easier. But if you want to build it from scratch, your launch pages are here for you to use. And then we have our custom pages, and the custom pages are there for if you have a page that you want, or you have something that you want to happen within your funnel that we don't already have a page built for. So an example would be if you want to have a form somewhere within your funnel and you want to have a page with a form for your leads to fill out their information and answer some questions in order for them to move further down the funnel, then you can create a custom page, build your form on that page, and off you go. So that's what your custom pages are for. We don't recommend you try and build out an entire funnel using only custom pages. As I've said, each of these page types do serve a specific function. So you want to do your best to try and use each page type for their dedicated function. So those are all the different kinds of pages within our funnel builder. In the next video, we're going to go into more detail on the different kinds of actions that you can have happen within your funnel. I'll see you there.